Wishing you a very beautiful and hopeful morning, children. Today I am going to read you the story of Akash. Akash means sky, the sky. Fine? So, have you ever wondered what's up there in the sky? The sky holds many wonderful things. One day, Ramu also comes across one of the wonders of the sky. And now I will read you the story in the words of Akash or the sky itself. Fine? So let me start the story for you. Ram Bhadra Narayan Murthy was a very big name for a very little boy. I remember him as Ramu, which was what everybody called him. He lived in a small village near the foot of a mountain. His home was a mud hut with a thatched roof. You know what is the meaning of thatched? Thatched means covered with dried leaves. Now can you see this picture? Now this is a thatched roof. Can you see this picture? So this roof is covered with straw, dry leaves. Fine? He had helped his family build it. Ramu wore a cotton dhoti and a simple jacket. He herded means made animals move together, and milked his father's cows and collected firewood. He was a playful boy who loved to climb trees and play in the expensive green fields. Expensive means a wide and open area. He relished means enjoyed, the hot gruel his mother cooked for him on a simmering coal fire. Gruel means a dish made by oats. So, this is a story of still now you know about the boy Ramu. Fine. One day, Ramu's father sent him on an errand. Errand means you send somebody to collect something. He was to go to the next village to bring some medicines from the doctor for his sick granny and get back as soon as he could. Remember, Ramu, his father said, you must return home right after the job is done. No dilly-dallying. Dilly-dallying means wasting time. There is a solar eclipse today and you must not be outside under any circumstances. Go fast. So now what is the solar eclipse? Can you see this? In solar eclipse, what happens? The moon, can you see it? I think it's the image is because it is a fine. So the moon comes between the sun and the earth. That is called solar eclipse. So what happens when the moon comes between the sun and the earth? The sun, we don't receive the complete shadow of the sun, and at that time the sun rays are harmful. So that is called solar eclipse, when the moon comes between the sun and the earth. Fine. So now what has happened in the story till now? Ramu, a boy, lived in a village. His father has asked him to bring medicines for his granny, and he asked him to come back before the solar eclipse. Ramu interrupted his father with a child's curiosity. Why is it dangerous, father? During an eclipse, the rays reaching the earth are harmful. As the sun is not so strong, one is tempted to look at it directly, which can result in losing one's eyesight. So, I want you indoors well before noon when the eclipse can be sighted. Run as fast as your legs can carry you. I must finish my work in the field by then too, said Ramu's father, patting him on his shoulder. Filled with a sense of importance and urgency, Ramu walked fast to the nearby village and reached there in less than an hour. So Ramu walked fast and he reached in less than an hour. There he went straight to the Vaidya, an Ayurvedic physician, and described his granny's condition. The wizened means somebody who is old, having lines on the skin because of old age. Fine. The old man nodded as if he had not heard it all before. He prepared the special medicine he always made for frail granny's constant and awful toothache. Fine. Awful means very bad and unpleasant. The problem was he went off to search for the herbs in the jungle nearby and did not return for an hour and a half. Poor Ramu was getting very tense indeed. When finally the old man returned, he spent another 15 minutes pounding and grinding a variety of little green herbs and dried nuts. When he had finished, Ramu gave him the bag of grains which his father had sent as payment and shot off as fast as his legs could carry him. So now Ramu took the medicines and he went back for the home. No matter how fast he ran, he could not keep up with time, which was now close to noon. Suddenly, he realized that he was being followed. This particular stretch of the mud path was lonely. Now, who is following Ramu? Let's find out. And he knew there were robbers. Robbers, chor, daku, somebody who steals, roaming in search of passers-by. Would they take away the silver anklet I am wearing? So Ramu was wearing a silver anklet. Can you see it? So he was afraid that they will take it away. He thought. Menacing means causing harm. Footsteps echoed from the bend behind him, and poor Ramu was petrified. Petrified means frightened. He hurriedly crouched behind a thick bush and hoped his heart was not beating too loud. Now, he was very frightened because some robbers were there in the jungle. Then he looked up at me. As I told you, the story is narrated by Akash. What is Akash? Sky. So, the sky is saying that Ramu looked up at the sky. Fine? And prayed hard for a miracle. Well, now he prayed for some magic, he prayed for some miracle. Well, though he had not realized it, the eclipse was almost total by then, and the whole world was growing dark at noon. So what was happening? Due to solar eclipse, the sun's shadow could not reach the earth and it was dark. Fine? Well, though he had not realized it, the eclipse was almost total by then and the whole world was growing dark at noon. Ramu had the miracle he wanted. So what miracle he wanted? He wanted to escape from the robbers. Now what happened? I watched with pride the replay of the beautiful drama that had happened many times before. The moon, which rotates round the earth, and the earth that rotates round the sun, fall in line with the sun. The shadow of the moon covered the sun, and the earth turned dark because the sun rays were cut off. So now Ramu wanted to escape from the robbers and he prayed for a miracle. And what happened? It turned dark because of solar eclipse. So the sky had done something good for Ramu. Ramu was too scared to even look up at the sky. He heard the robbers right next to him as he peered from the corner of his eye. Oh dear, he thought. The sky has become dark. This must be the eclipse. He shut his eyes as tight as he heard the robbers stumble away. What do you mean by stumble away? To move away clumsily. Fine? Mumbling blindly in the dark, sounding confused and nervous. Now Ramu's heart beat with joy. The robbers were gone and the eclipse was over as well. Ramu felt amazed. After what looked like a slice of the night, it was back to daylight again. How could this be? He wondered. With his head full of questions, Ramu raced back home to his worried parents, because his parents were worried that why Ramu has become so late, and it was solar eclipse also happened. Fine. If he could have seen the pale moon moving away from the sun, he would have known the eclipse was ending and it would not be seen again for a long time. That night, Ramu lay on a charpai in his open courtyard. He gazed at the countless stars that sparkled in the inky black sky. And then he talked to me, not to me. Ramu was talking to the Akash, the sky. It was a one-sided conversation because I could not reply. Who could not reply? Akash, the sky. Anyhow, this is what he said. I wonder what is up there so far away. So many stars. The moon, the sun and the sky. How would they look from a close distance? Someday I want to go up and find out. It is little children like Ramu and their very big dreams that are so special about Mother Earth. Many years later, men actually walked on the moon. Now gadgets, which the human calls satellites, whiz by me. They have telescopes, cameras, computers, and sometimes even humans on them. They try very hard to understand everything about me. They know that I am infinite. Who is infinite? The sky is infinite. There is no limit. I have no beginning, no end. I knew humans will keep discovering more and more about me. I am waiting and watching for every such discovery. That too will make another nice story. I hope you enjoyed reading the story of Akash.